There is a tradition in this country, in fact, one of the prides of this country is the peaceful transition of power, and that no matter how hard fought a campaign is, that at the end of the campaign, that the loser concedes to the winner. Are you saying you're not prepared now to commit to that principle?
What I'm saying is that I will tell you at the time. I'll keep you in suspense.
So Donald Trump's unwillingness to commit to the peaceful transfer of power was clear even before he became president. That little soft shoe there is from a presidential debate in 2016. And that moment was highlighted in a new D.C. court filing by special counsel Jack Smith. From that document, it appears that Smith is building his case by pointing to Trump's extended history of casting doubt on election outcomes, even elections he wasn't running in. By way of an example, the special counsel points to this tweet from election night in 2012, where Trump falsely claimed that voting machines had switched votes from Mitt Romney to Barack Obama. Joining me now is Neal Katyal, former U.S. Acting Solicitor General. Neal, thank you for being here. And I'm eager to hear your perspective on how meaningful it is here that Jack Smith is asking to bring in moments from 2012 and 2016, which far predate the 2020 election.
Yeah, I do think, Alex, that it is meaningful. I mean, this filing details basically the evidence of criminal defendant Donald Trump's bad acts and his conduct that Jack Smith, the prosecutor, wants to present to the jury. And frankly, given Donald Trump's history, I'm surprised it was only 9 pages long, this filing. I'm sure they could have filled a War and Peace-sized book if they wanted to. But I think what Smith is doing here, he's intentionally tipping his hand, Alex. He's saying, here's the kind of evidence I have against Donald Trump. Prosecutors, of course, turn over all their evidence, exculpatory and inculpatory, as part of the Supreme Court's decision under Brady versus Maryland. You got to turn over everything. But here Jack Smith is saying, my narrative is going to include evidence of these bad acts that Trump engaged in before.
Neal, the indictment itself was pretty narrow, but it feels like, for example, in this ruling, that Smith is decidedly more aggressive, if that's the right term to use, in terms of the evidence he wants to bring in, and in a way that the sort of argument it looks like he's going to be making in court. Do you think that's a fair assessment?
Yes and no. I mean, you're right that the indictment is narrower, and then a filing like this about what's called 404B evidence is going to be broader. But that's true, Alex, in every criminal case, because the indictment just is a kind of short, plain statement of what the crimes are. And what he's doing now is saying, okay, here's how I'm going to prove it up. And the law has all sorts of restrictions when you use evidence about bad acts. Most importantly, you can't use evidence, if you're a prosecutor, of someone's bad acts to prove in the past, to prove they committed another bad act now. So Jack Smith is not saying, oh, Trump in 2012 or in 2016 in that clip, you basically signaled that you wanted to contest an election no matter how fair that election was. He's not saying, oh, that means that you committed a bad act in 2020. Rather, what he's saying is, I'm going to use that evidence to show motive, to show basically you had this plot all along, and that it's evidence that goes to your state of mind, but not to the bad act itself.